Sorry, baby. Anyways, how's it going, everybody? It's been a while since I've done real talk, so I figured I'd go ahead and sit here and do it. It's been a few weeks now, I do believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's been since like last month. Holy cow. That month flew by quick. We missed quite a bit of stuff to talk about. I missed a lot of stuff to talk about with you guys. So, I guess we'll go ahead and get the personal stuff out of the way first. First off, my Jeep is a piece of crap. So, it needs the catalytic converter back just replaced. So, that's going to cost me a pretty penny. A very big, pretty penny. So, I've been working a ton of overtime to try and get that fixed. It's going to take a few more weeks. God knows. Usually, it'll probably be about the same time that I get our internet, which is supposed to be coming in next month. So we will see about that. I'm not going to sit on my hand and wait for it. I know I'm going to be making some phone calls if it doesn't show up. But other than that, I'm not really relying on it too much. I really want it, though, because I really need it. Because CSGO, as I was going to record it, but I don't think I did. Basically, I need to be at least a private level 3 in order to do CSGO competitive, because I want to go do it with Casey. If you didn't notice by now, I have the payday videos up. Actually, I think all of them should be up by the time this comes up. It was it was a pain in the butt. It really Casey was mad. I've never seen Casey mad before, and that was the first time I've ever seen him like really upset over a video game was CS:GO. So when it gets under his skin, that kind of means something. So I mean, I can usually keep my cool. I kept my cool pretty good the whole time. I was like, Casey, why are you so mad? He's like, just because stupid stuff happens. I don't know exactly what he said. It's just it can be a very rage-inducing game. I can understand where he comes from, though. It is a very rage-inducing game if you're not careful, especially people with ops. I hate ops. I just hate them, and it's a really competitive game. It's hard to get into and pick up and actually be good at it. So it's gonna be a pain in the butt the first couple of games. I think once I do get reliable internet, I'll go ahead and record that. Because I'll do the arms race and all that other stuff. So that way you guys can kind of see what the other modes are and kind of see what goes on in the game and why I find it so fun. Arms race is really fun. Casual is just... Casual games are awful. Stay away from them if you're going to go into CSGO. Avoid them at all costs because that's where all the cheaters and smurfers and all of them tend to go. Don't know why. Probably because you need to be private level 3 for matchmaking. So, yeah, when we played, it was a few weeks ago. It was pretty bad. I think it's been 2 weeks now. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks, and I've had all of these Payday 2 videos. I haven't been able to release them because, for some weird reason, well, the one night, I was over at Casey's. That's why no videos went up that week. And then the week after, I put up as many as I could, and for some reason, I could only get 4 videos up. So that's a little bit stressful, especially since I can't have anything put up. I mean, I'm putting the Payday 2 stuff up, but I mean, when I can only put 4 videos up a week, it's really stressful and straining on me. And it's strainful for you guys, too, because you guys don't get to see everything as soon as I've done it. So it's really bad, because I actually did try to upload at Casey's Place. I didn't forget that. It's just, I tried to upload. We usually get Chinese. That's our tradition, you know. I'll go to his place. Either I buy or he buys, and we get Chinese. Chill before we go ahead and play. And then we get right into it afterwards. Like, we get into the game, CSGO. We don't think that way. But yeah, we go get Chinese, and then we game, and that's what ended up happening. I tried to upload. We went to go get Chinese, which we have to travel like 30 miles one way just to get some Chinese, which is awful. But we got it. I came back. The upload was only 2% done out of, I think I only had like 2 videos. So I was just like, you know what? Screw it. Not going to deal with it. Done. So it sucks because I couldn't get it up. But hopefully, when we get the internet here, I can just... Okay, some guy being cool. Hopefully, when we get the internet up and running here, I can go ahead and just set it to upload, go into work 8 hours, come back, and then I swear to God, if no videos are uploaded, I'm going to be so mad. I usually go to work, come home, and then try to fall asleep anyway, so what would end up happening is I work, and then I fall asleep, and then I wake up, and then it's back to work again. Sorry for shaking the camera. But that's pretty much all the stuff for personal stuff. I got a new editing program. I've been trying to learn how to use that, so hopefully people have been saying it's almost as good as Adobe Photoshop, so I will see on how to make custom thumbnails. I know some people are like, it only takes a few minutes once you get it down, but I suck at that. I really suck at Photoshop, so I suck at any kind of video or photo editing. Video editing I'm getting better with. It takes practice. It takes time, is what it is. And I just don't have time. The past 3 days I've slept 9-10 hours a day. I don't know why. And then today I just randomly slept 5 hours. Not big. It just sucks. Overnights suck. Don't ever sign up for overnight shift, which I actually talked to my boss about. We might switch it so I'm on late nights. So that way I could record in the morning, get it edited, and then I go in the evening to late night. I get done at about midnight, which is right when our internet unlocks, and then I can get stuff up. If that works, I can do that on a daily basis, and that is fantastic. The bad part about that is Casey's back on overnight, so if I want to do any collaborations with him, I can't. If I want to do anything online, I can't. So it's kind of a win-lose situation, and also I take a pretty deep pay cut. It's about an extra $1 something an hour. Not that you guys really need to know that, but I do have to take a pretty deep pay cut for that. So it's something to keep in mind. I might actually do it just because I don't need the money, but I don't. So we'll see how that turns out. All right, now let's get to the good stuff. E3. Completely missed everything about E3. I tweeted about it a couple of times. Some of the things I was excited for. Obviously, Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, I'm really excited for. I really want to get that series finished, so that way I can actually pick up the game and be like, okay, guys, so this is where we left off last time, and because I don't know if it's a continuation of the story with Jensen or what's going on with it. I would assume it is, just to be safe, but I never like to make assumptions in video games because they like to try to throw you for a loop or make it overly complicated, whatever. But Fallout 4, I am really excited about Fallout 4. I played New Vegas. I did not play 3 because right about the time when I could afford 3, well, actually I could afford it this summer, but apparently there was a way to mod it, and you couldn't. It's really difficult to do. I'm not saying you couldn't do it. I'm just saying it's extremely difficult because Casey had to work some workarounds to get his to work, and that's a lot of work. I'm already trying to do videos, upload to YouTube, and all this other stuff. I'm already having problems with that. I don't need another problem added to my list. Thank you. So it's a pain in the butt, apparently, for Fallout 3. There aren't mods. He said he had to mess around with something. I can't remember what. I might ask him and go ahead and put it in the description in case you are interested in playing Fallout 3, because it looks like a really good game. It's just I don't have the time to invest into trying to get that working. I've got Deus Ex series to finish up. I've got CSGO to work on. I mean, I know people are probably ripping on me because they're like, you play so much CSGO. Well, you got to take a lot of practice to get good at that game. So, I mean, at this point, I ought to be upper Gold Nova rank at this point. It's just ridiculous that all the training I've done. And also, since we're on the subject of CSGO, even though I was just talking about E3. But CS:GO, true sensitivity 1000 sucked. I know there was somebody that commented on there. I talked about it briefly about how, I wasn't comfortable with that, and they were like, well, that was really high, but their true sensitivity was 800. I'm all for whatever sensitivity you're accustomed to. I'm accustomed to something way higher, playing Payday 2 and stuff like that. I mean, you can tell. I think it's in the beginning of my Payday 2 video. Maybe it might have switched because we had to do a test run on Alesso. I might have complained about it then, but I know I complained about the sensitivity being super high. I had to turn down my DPI on it because usually I have it on 1500 DPI to kind of get around my I have a 1080p screen, so I have to try and work my mouse around that, and that might be part of the problem as to why my sensitivity is so high, because I have a 1080p screen. I set it full. It's the full shebang. So that's probably why on CS:GO my sensitivity is so high, and people are probably complaining about that, because most pros I know, they do on like 540 or some weird thing like that. So that's something to keep in mind when you complain about the sensitivity on the videos. Also, I don't move my arm a whole lot. I actually made a hand cam video to explain what happens when I play the game, to explain my hand movements and all that other stuff, because I got my what's it called, key bindings. I got my key bindings. I got them set up so they're my numpad. So I go ahead and just use my little numpad and bind my stuff, all that other stuff. Feel like a DJ. I'm like, all right. Either way, I'm really tired. But the sensitivity is a lot higher. My true sensitivity with the 1080p is about, I think I calculated it to about 2050. It's about a 2050 true sensitivity, which isn't bad. Excuse me. I know a lot of pros tend to go even higher because they want to turn around real quick. They'll throw a flashbang, they'll throw it right in front of them, and then they'll quick turn around, and then they'll quick turn back. Which, I guess it has its uses. If you're facing the enemy head on, that's kind of stupid. Not to offend pro players. Maybe it's just because of something I don't quite notice yet. But usually, if you're throwing a flashbang and they kind of see you throw it, they're gonna kind of dodge it or turn around real quick. That's what most pro players do. Or they go behind cover. That's the one thing I've learned to do, is don't turn away from it. Actually try to find nearby cover. I always try to keep a mindset. People are like, I don't know if people are actually wondering how I do that. Like, they're like, how do you know which way to... Because when a flashbang goes off, I can usually run behind cover. I memorize back routes and back entrances, so that way I can just go back to the... I'll be like, all right, I need to go back to the left. You actually see me screwed up a few times in my newest video that I'm going to be putting up. What is today? Shit, it's only Sunday. Friday night into Saturday morning, I have a hand cam video. It perfectly shows you what I was doing because I was playing cash on the level cash. I try to go back because there's squeaky. There's squeaky, which is the door leading to bomb site A, and then you got to go back and to the left to go to cover, because I was right at that area where I could just back up and go to left, and I didn't go back enough apparently to get to cover, so I ended up getting screwed on that deal. So you can kind of tell if you pay attention close enough to where I am mentally reminding myself of where the stuff is. It's really good to get that kind of memory down, so that way if you see a flashbang, you're like, oh, there's the cover, and then you hide right behind the cover, and then you pop right back out once it goes off. Usually that doesn't work with high pros because they know how to throw it right at your feet pretty much. But I mean, a lot of the times when you're throwing flashbangs, you're kind of doing it as discreetly as possible. Like the solar flare video. You throw them over buildings and stuff like that, so that way they don't see it, but they're still going to get hit with it. But that's what I want to talk about with CSGO. There's going to be hand cam video from now on to try and show you what goes on. What else have I got going on here? Competitive. I will get to competitive as soon as the internet becomes available, like I think I already said before. We'll see how that turns out. It's supposed to be in August. I was promised internet by August. It is July 9th? July 5th. Okay, so I work overnight, so I never know what day it is anymore. I'm trying to see. I want to try and figure out if there's anything else I really want to talk about. Fallout 4, Mankind Divided. I don't think there was any other games that I was too excited about during E3. We'll see how that goes in the coming days. I just remember that this year was supposed to be a good year. Doom is supposed to be remade and come out this year, I do believe. Which, I don't know how I feel about that. I know a lot of my friends are pretty excited about it because they're like, it's a Doom remake, and I don't. It's, depends on how they go with it. They could go different routes, and I may not be happy with that route because they're like, oh, it's extremely fast paced and all this other stuff. When I played Doom, I don't remember it being fast paced. I mean, maybe it's because I was a completionist. I like to take my time and go through things. Like I usually do with everything, but it just, I don't see it as like an Unreal Tournament type of setting. If they can pull it off, then, all for it. Is it Bethesda? Bethesda announced that, didn't they? This is like it was a lake. It was weird, but I'm pretty excited for a lot of the stuff coming out this year. I don't really remember any offhand. If you want to go ahead and talk about some of the games that they mentioned, I will go ahead and comment back on the video if you comment and let you know how I feel about it. I mean, Doom might be okay. Fallout 4, I'm really excited for. I'm really excited for Fallout 4. And Mankind Divided, I'm excited for that too. I'm kind of scared because I don't have an updated graphics card yet, though, so I don't know if it's going to be able to handle it. I'm still hoping for that 980 Ti. Ooh, baby. But if there are any other games I didn't mention, go ahead and leave a comment below. I'll go ahead and discuss it openly as much as I can. I try to keep a neutral viewpoint on things. I try not to get too hyped up about games just because I've been led astray before with that. I try to stay. They promise all these things, and then you get it, and then you're like, but you said that. Blah, 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 blah. And that's why I don't get excited about video games typically. One of the games I think last year that I was really surprised about was Dying Light. I didn't think that I would like the game, but I went ahead, dropped the money, and got it. I think I got it on sale, I'm not sure. It was surprisingly good. I really enjoyed it. There wasn't too many. Well, I avoided nighttime excursions because at night is when the scary monsters came out. I just call them scary monsters, but that's when they came out. And the first time playing that, because they force you to play it, it was really scary. It was, I almost crapped myself the first time because I was running for my life. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to look behind me, so I just cheesed it as fast as I could back to the safe house. It was a surprisingly good game. If you like single player stuff, that might be the game for you. It's pretty fun. I like the concept. Second playthrough, because I played it twice. Second one was a little bit easier. Actually, it's massively easier because I knew how to exploit the system. I typically do that all the time, though. I usually find the exploit, and I can exploit a game pretty well. I think that's why I've been so hard on trying to train professionally for CSGO and try to be more pro at games, because I may not be able to pick it up right away, but I do pick up on the exploits eventually, and I realize how easy the game really was. I've been like, I was an idiot. So Dying Light was a really good game. I recommend it. Anything else that I can think of? I'm trying to think of anything else. I know I explained. I have my my shirt down there. I usually set it in front of my mouse pad. And just in case you're wondering and you don't see the hand cam video, because I actually address it right at the beginning. It is so my I don't know if you can hear that, but it's glass top. This is glass top. So I mean, my hand will get sweaty. The sweat will get on the glass. It gets sticky, and my hand will stick to the glass top. So I know that sounds gross, but instead of constantly cleaning it, I just set a shirt right on it so that way I can move my hand pretty freely. Resident Evil Revelations 2, I actually started uploading more of that. So once I got one more video, Payday 2. It's the finale that I got to upload. I've got the hand cam video that's got to upload, and then I got to get Revelations 2. I'm really sorry that those are so long. It's just because I wanted to get the videos out and up there. So each episode's about an hour long. It takes me about an hour and 45 minutes per episode to complete. So it really sucks because I really wanted to do 20-minute segments, but it's like 7-8 episodes. And if I can whip it all into one mass video or two, it's about one's an hour and the other one's about 45 minutes, I can upload those relatively quickly. For some weird reason, it uploads quicker. Maybe because it's just a separate file. The YouTube doesn't have to think too hard about it. I don't know. All I know is that that's how it's easier to upload that. And I know that people probably might not stick around for the entire thing. I don't know what people... I try to watch the analytics, but they only tell me a fraction of what's going on. Analytics has become a little less reliable for some reason over the past couple of months. Probably because the channel's actually been kind of growing. Which I still don't know why people are watching like my Final Fantasy VII videos. They watch like Neo Bahamut. Like, I saw it. There's like 2 views Neo Bahamut this month, but then no other Final Fantasy VII videos. So I don't know what grabs people to see that video in particular, but that's what I keep seeing showing up on my analytics, and people tend to watch a lot of it. Maybe it was an interesting episode. Who knows? But that was back when I had my old crappy mic, because now I got my nice Shure, which I really love. I probably should have gotten the money and dropped it on a Rode, but I was like, well, I either get this mic and save up for the video card. And this was all before my car decided to start crap in bed, but either way, I digress. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else I have to really cover. Borderlands 2, or not Borderlands 2. Why did I say Borderlands 2? I already did episode 3? Yeah, I think it's episode 3. I do have it done. It's already recorded. I gotta edit it, and then I gotta upload it. So that's got to go up with the rest of the videos that I have. So, Payday 2, face cam or hand cam for CS:GO. From now on, that's going to be the norm for the CS:GO, especially during the sensitivity series, just so you can kind of see the hand movements and what all I do. I try to synchronize it as much as possible. That's why my mic is constantly on my webcam now, so that way I can synchronize it a lot easier, so you can see the exact movements I do. Because I know with this mouse and pad and how far away I can, my cam can only be so far away to be able to capture the entire thing. So you kind of can't really tell my hand how far I move my hand unless I really move it and exaggerate the movements. But yeah, I don't really like to move my hand too much during that. But yes, Payday 2 hand cam, CS:GO. I gotta get Borderlands episode 3 up. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Let me just hold on real quick. Kind of click into this. Oh yes, Resident Evil Revelations 2. I did not forget about that. I know some people have probably thought I've, you know, it's hard going from casual to full-time YouTuber, and I apologize for trying to make the transition with satellite internet. It really makes a huge setback. But basically, when I was uploading before, it was getting rid of it. It went over our data because they didn't ever send me an email back telling me if I went over the data if I uploaded after 11 o'clock. So, unfortunately, excuse me, slept 5 hours. But they never told me, so I'm doing the better safe than sorry route and just uploading on my nights that I have off. I'm trying to get as much as possible. But unfortunately, the traffic has slowed down significantly since I've been doing the safe than sorry route. So I'm sorry. I wish I could upload more once I get better internet. Hopefully in August. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to promise anything. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to cover. Oh, and I got to get this up. So it makes 5. Hello. So that's what's going on that's what's happened and what's going on in the past month. Hopefully by next month, I think I'm just going to take the money and drop it on my 980 Ti. And then whatever money I have left after that is going straight towards the my car, because I really need the new video card, because I wanted to get GTA 5 done, but unfortunately at this point I can't even get much of anything else done, let alone that. So we'll see. But that is it for this Real Talk. If you have any suggestions to talk about for Real Talk, anything, as long as it's not incredibly personal, anything like, video games, thoughts on any particular games, because I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to cover every single game I want to cover on my channel, just because I enjoy so many different ones, and I like to do full playthroughs. I don't like to do like the highlight reel sort of thing. I mean, I could. It takes longer, and it's just, I don't know. It never really appealed to me. But go ahead, leave a comment below on what you I think of a game is. If that makes sense. Any suggestions on upcoming games that you might want to see, I'll go ahead and do them. Anything like that. That's what this is here for. This is for the interaction with you guys, to kind of see what you guys want and what your thoughts and stuff are. That's why I do this. It's not because, I just want to make money or whatever. I want to talk and see you guys and interacting with you as much as possible. So that's why I do this. It really keeps me going and lets me know that you guys care at least enough to watch even a few minutes of the stuff. So every minute counts, and I really do appreciate every minute that you do spend, because it means a lot to me to know that my work doesn't feel like it's for naught, So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.